What an absolute nightmare. Long story, the car is now fixed. It's a couple of weeks later from the first part of the video, and we've got a new sensor, and as you can see, it is a genuine one because it is all marked. Where is it? There we go. There's the genuine Mercedes marks. The one that was originally on it was a spurious one, which just don't work. The car doesn't recognize it. The sensor is okay, the sensor wasn't broken, but the car doesn't recognize it. Then I got a genuine one that was obviously new old stock or whatever, didn't work. This is now the third one. I never put the original aftermarket sensor on. I never would, and I never did. Someone else did it, and obviously that's why the car didn't fix. They thought there was another issue, but it wasn't. It was always the sensor. So the main dealer I'm still having an argument with the main dealer over this, because they basically said, oh, it's fine, how can you tell an ABS sensor is gone? I said I use an oscilloscope. They then got their main mechanic on the line, and he said, what you're on about an oscilloscope? Oscilloscope, we don't use oscilloscopes. Oscilloscopes won't tell you anything. He basically didn't even know what it was. So I'm still in an argument with trying to get my money back for my original sensor. So I had to buy this sensor to get the customer going. So I fitted it, and I've just taken it for a quick spin, and I just want to show you now what it does. Sorted. Right, so we have an update on the Mercedes, because the way I left the last video, it wasn't really kind of fixed. I just proved the problem, and we've just had so many issues with the ABS sensor and the main dealers. Oh, just a nightmare. So let's quickly go through the ABS sensor, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Sorted. Right, just the first thing is, don't try and put jumper wires across to an ABS sensor, because it's just not going to work. You're going to destroy the signal and possibly destroy, you know, some very, very expensive modules. I made a little board up. I'm not going to show it because I don't want people to do it, just because I don't want anything to happen and dodgy ways to get around, you know, ABS issues. I just did it to prove a point, you know, to prove what I said in the video was correct. The issue is, even if you do, so let's just start this. As you can see, all the lights will go off. Even if you do somehow manage to cross to the sensors at the back or at the front or anything like that, when you drive the car, especially with traction control, like this car here, right? If I press this button, you'll see, look, there's traction control on this car. So in other words, when the car is driving along, when it's straight, all the wheels are turning at the same speed. When you turn the wheels are then turning, the inside wheels are turning different speed to the outside wheels. And if you had them reading the same thing on the front or the back, what will be happening is the traction control light would be essentially flashing, because the car's going to think, you know, the wheels are spinning, and it's going to cause you all sorts of issues. Because the reason why it'll think the front wheels are spinning, because the two front wheels ABS sensors are reading different speed because you're turning a corner, but yet the two rear ones, for example, are reading the same speed, and the amplitude of the signal is the same, and that's how it reads the speed. So the car's going to be thinking, hold on a second, you know, we're spinning the wheels. If I put my foot down, you can see, there we go, look, as I put my foot down hard, I'll just do that again, spinning the wheels, you'll see the traction control light, there we go, the traction control comes on, and it you know, it flashes, and that's what will be happening. And you could be getting all types of weird braking systems and all types of weird stuff going on, so don't do that. And like I said, also you could be you know, destroying some very expensive modules. So again, we'll just put this in D again, and we'll just turn it on a nice, just so you can see that I'm turning on a nice circle now, and we're not getting any traction control lights whatsoever because we've got two clear signals. And if you do try and you know, get two sensors together, what's going to happen is, like I said, the amplitude for a start is going to be completely wrong, because it's going to be sharing the same signal. One ABS sensor isn't strong enough to keep the amplitude of the signal, so you're going to be getting all funny weird readings on the car. You know, this is an automatic as well, by the way, which is very important to know, because you might not even change gear properly. If the signal's all screwed up, especially on an automatic, it might not even change gear, and then you could even do damage to the automatic module. So look, don't do it, repair it properly. But when you come into sensor sensors, you can clearly see, even with brand new, very expensive Mercedes sensors, they can still be crap. When you actually get one that works, it's all good. But do not put aftermarket sensors in. You know, a lot of the Mercedes, I find, a lot of the German stuff just doesn't like it, but you shouldn't do it anyway. I know it's more expensive, believe me, I know that, but they're going to last longer and the car's going to like it. You could put an aftermarket sensor in, and if the resistance is slightly different to what the car is used for, automatic gearbox might not change gear properly. The speedo, you know, depend on your car, might not read properly. There's loads and loads of different things that can go on. Just get the proper stuff for it. You can now see, if I turn this off, if I put it in P, take the key out. There we go, key is out. Start up again. All is good, and there we go. There's no more issues. There's no more lights. There's no nothing. So we'll just do that again. Lights come on, lights go out like they should do. Put it in D, and we're away. The gearbox changes gear properly. It does everything it's supposed to do. So that's it. So look, people, I hope it helps. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. You can see the issue. Just because the part is new and genuine doesn't mean it's good. Look, parts and everything can just be a nightmare. You know, that you can get problem with the customer's not going to be happy because he's thinking you haven't done the job properly. You know, some customers understand, some don't. It can cause other issues. I've now got to try and get all this money back from the main dealer, which is, you know, a lot of money I need to try and get back, and they're basically saying I've broke the sensor even though I didn't. So, oh, the joys of being a mechanic. This is what people don't always see, and this is, unfortunately, I had to buy another sensor just to get the customer going. So I've essentially at the minute made nothing on this vehicle, but the customer is going to be happy. The customer is back on the road, and that's all that matters, and it's my problem to get the money off the main dealer. So look, hope it helps. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Don't forget, links up here, links down below, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Sorted. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm filming this after I filmed the end of my video, so the mileage and the time is going to be a bit weird, but doesn't matter. I'm just showing you that it actually drives and goes through all the gears properly. Nothing weird comes up on the dash or anything like that. So it is automatic, so I just gun it. As you can see, it's just changed gear there. Now, it isn't fast by any stretch of the imagination. It is a Mercedes at the end of the day, but as you can see, it is all good. There is no lights. We'll do a kick down. Oh, power! It just isn't quick. Anyway, so there we go. It does a kick down. It changes gear. And what we'll do now is we'll see if all the cruise control is working. Sorted. Right, so let me just press cruise control. Oh, no, that's the limiter. Oh, accelerate. There we go. Now, my foot is off and the car is accelerating with the cruise control. So if I just let that go now, my foot's off the throttle, as you can see, and the car is still going absolutely lovely. We just need to turn in here now. So the cruise control works. It changes gear. Everything is working. Lovely jubbly. Sorted. Right, so the last thing I want to check is the traction control. Now, the traction control at the minute is on, so this shouldn't allow me to keep the wheels spinning. So let me just get this straight and have a gun it. There we go. Traction control kicks in, light kicks in, and it doesn't allow me to keep spinning the wheels. And we're going to do the same thing again, but this time I'm going to turn the traction control off, and I'm going to see if it allows me to spin the wheels, where before it was stopping me. So press the button. Traction control is now disarmed. There we go. It does. So there we go. The traction control works. Sorted. So everything works. And that ABS sensor was stopping all them systems from working. Traction control, Now also the cruise control, and the customer was complaining of sometimes it wouldn't change gear properly. Now obviously it didn't say all the time, but again, that could have been down to the ABS sensor as well. I haven't managed to be able to get that to happen to me, but now well, we'll have to wait and see. That could be another issue, but if it is, it's a separate issue. But I hopefully it's not. Hopefully it was just the fact that it didn't see the ABS sensor sometimes, and the gearbox was getting confused. Sorted. So there we go. Everything is working. We're good to go to give this car back to the customer. We'll just turn it off one more time. We'll put it in P. We'll take the key out. No faults are being, because sometimes it would say like 2 malfunctions or whatever because of the ABS sensor and the BAS system. We'll turn it back on. Lights come on and lights go off. Sorted!